we are going to talk about chatless chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ricky,
Yes.
everyone is talking about AI chat, maybe not
Right.
specifically chatless chat.
But they're not talking to chatless chat. They're just talking about it.
About it.
Right.
But with CloudRadial, can they
Mhm.
do both? Talk to and about chatless chat?
I'm going to bail you out and say yes. Let me back up and explain what Katrina's talking
Please
about.
do. Please
Great.
do. Save me from
So
myself.
we'll do. Now, usually people ask me for chat all the time and CloudRadial, but in general, like they ask me for any good chat solutions. And I think the gist is that chat is pretty cool when it's done right and pretty bad when it's done wrong. And most of the time it's done wrong. So the high level gist, if you're watching this, maybe this speaks to you, but you ever tried to hook up chat and then you're like, cool, I have a chat that's hooked up and people can initiate chats for me. And then what you've essentially done, and it takes you very little time to figure this out, is you've set up a channel, maybe it's on your website, maybe it's in your portal, wherever. You've set up something that people expect a faster response and resolution time than an email, basically like a phone call. And then also you've put a ginormous amount of stress on your technicians to pick that up, answer that, and answer it. And by the way, if you miss those chats, if you're not there to field those questions, you provide a terrible experience. So you've in theory tried to do something cool. In reality, you may have burdened everybody pretty badly, which is why chat can be a really tricky thing for most people because they're not large enough to really field it and staff it and set up the proper expectations. So chatless chat is what CloudRadial is into with CloudRadial Chat. And the idea is that you put a buffer with AI. So AI, basically, when you initiate a chat, it'll start at the very minimum logging that ticket, sending it over to the PSA or wherever you designate. And ideally, right, in higher versions of our chat, you have the AI that actually asks questions and triages it and tries to resolve the issue. So in a perfect world, a person can ask a question at 3 a.m, get an answer, and you're done. And that is a wonderful experience. In a worst case scenario, they ask a question, they log the stuff, the AI can't solve it, and it logs a ticket, and you can always pick it up. And our chat even lets you live chat with it, with the receiving end. So you can take over from the AI and immediately start live chatting. So you get the best of both worlds. So chatless chat is one that you don't have to chat in, which is pretty sweet, I think.
Unless you want to chat or need to chat.
In which
right?
case you can. That's up to you. That's your choice.
I love a choice.
You
Do
love
love a
choice.
choice. You love a choice. So is that what makes our chat unique? Because I mean, I feel like there's a lot of chat options out there, or maybe there aren't. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, there are a ton of chat options. And again, from everybody that has asked me, like, especially, a couple years ago, far before we had ever even kind of even considered moving in this direction, I used to give out recommendations for like free chats. Like there's free chat software out there. Talk.to is fantastic as a product. It's a free chat. But again, what you quickly run into, especially as an MSP, is it's not about the chat. It's about getting the question, usually it's support. So you getting a ticket resolved or logged. And what happens typically with those free chats is because they don't do that. Again, even if you're there to field the question and ignore everything I previously said, best case scenario of those chats is you still have a technician that is taking that chat transcript and then manually having to transcribe it over to their PSA. So having to log the ticket, create the notes and all that stuff. And that's just cumbersome. So the difference is with our chat, I think the biggest must-haves is that, yeah, it has to be PSA connected, right? That is kind of a base must for modern MSP chats. And again, that AI uniqueness means that it's the next immediate step that you have to solve is that gap when your people are eating lunch, sleeping, maybe going to the bathroom. And again, that stuff where 30 seconds to a minute can provide a terrible chat experience if you're not there to field it. So again, those are the two major things that you have to have. And then all the other goodies on top of that, we can talk about those too, but the gist is customizing that further. So again, having options that it's like, what if you want to talk to sales? What if you want to order stuff? What if you want to pull documentation from areas, in your portal, if you're using CloudRadial CSA, from anywhere else? It's not just about saying, okay, your iPhone, please restart it. But maybe if you want to say, send me my company handbook, and it can do that, that's a lot more useful. And that becomes a much richer, better chat experience.
Sweet. So MSPs could technically get CloudRadial Chat without the CSA Unified Client Portal, but if they want to kind of make the most of chat, it sounds like it works really, really well with our portal. Is that right? Like
Well,
for
so
those
the way
service, like the automatic ordering, like you just said.
So the gist of it right now is that, we recently, especially at the time of filming this video, we purchased another company. That's the CloudRadial Chat. And the company previously was called Chat Style, and it's super promising technology. So it already has some integration in with the CSA. It is a completely standalone product, and the integration with the CSA right now is it'll pull the articles from that CSA into it. Our future plans are to allow you to trigger automations, allow you to, I don't know, send entire forms to the chat. So there's a lot of cool stuff that we can do. But today, or at least as of viewing this video, we can send some documentation. Again, even without that, without the CSA involvement, all the stuff I mentioned about the AI assistant and the logging a ticket and stuff still happens. So actually, from what I've seen, chat is actually a fantastic way, even for starter, emerging MSPs that don't have that much money to build a complete stack. That's a pretty solid way to build a client experience like really quickly.
That makes sense.
Mm.
So if somebody wants to see chat, we've got some absolutely solid, beautiful GIFs, courtesy of you, on the cloudradial.com/chat site page. But if they really want to get into it, we're demoing it, yes?
We are. In fact, that page that you're mentioning, so cloudradial.com/chat has a demo video of it, and I do the demo of that, and I show kind of the actual capabilities. So the beauty of it too is that, like, again, if I can synthesize it, I know I said the PSA stuff, I said the AI stuff, but the other major point that you'll see in the demo, and this is why getting a demo is really important. So as an MSP, you see what it's about, is that the actual operation of that chat is going to happen in like Slack or Teams. And I'm talking about you as the MSP. So you as the MSP can use Slack or Teams to field those chats, to command that stuff. So you're not having to go learn a new tool, go live somewhere else. The client, they can start chats from their Teams, from the web, from Slack, from text message. So like you're opening up a bunch of stuff. So that demo, yeah, it'll show you the high level stuff of how all that stuff looks. And then if you want, you can always get a demo after that too, with a person to fill in any gaps that you may not have gotten. And that's cloudradio.com/demo. And you can actually pick chat specifically to see how that works.